This is Twinkie647 with another story that'll make you say, for real though? Today I bring you the story of 7-year-old Tiana Parker. Tiana Parker is a student, ex-student of Deborah Brown Community School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The reason that I say that she's an ex-student is because they chose to unenroll her because of her hair. What's wrong with her hair, you say? The only thing that's wrong with this little girl's hair is that she has dreadlocks.
A dress code disagreement left a Tulsa family upset and a little girl in tears. Deborah Brown Community School says those rules, though, are in place for a reason. Fox 23's Frank Wiley talked with the child's father, who feels the school went too far, Frank.
Yeah, Deborah Brown is a charter school. They do things a bit differently, and they take pride in that. But lately, school pride has been the reason for some hurt feelings. Deborah Brown Community School is one student short for the remainder of the school year. Terrence Parker says the school hassled him so much he didn't have a choice. So he yanked his 7-year-old daughter Tiana out of classes because of a disagreement that left her in tears. Terrence, who's a barber, says school officials at Deborah Brown told him Tiana didn't look presentable, specifically her hair.
Always presentable. You know, I take pride in my kids looking nice.
The charter school, though, has its own set of rules. While no one at the school agreed to speak with us on camera, Administrator Miller Jones told me Terrence Parker was fully aware of what was expected. But for his young daughter, it just hurts.
Why are you so sad?
Because they didn't like my dreads.
Fox 23 reviewed the school's dress code. It states hairstyles such as dreadlocks, afros, mohawks, and other faddish styles are unacceptable. The school feels that could distract from the respectful and serious atmosphere it strives for.
She went to the school last year and didn't have any problem.
And he says her hair looked like this.
It hurt my feelings to the core.
I think that they should let me have my dreads.
Tiana, a straight-A student, wears a different school uniform now, but the same hairstyle, which looks perfectly fine, according to her new school. And Deborah Brown says it did not send Tiana home from school. She's now enrolled in a TPS school. We're live in Midtown. Frank Wiley, Fox.
It seems that the school is not proud of her pride in herself. That's the way I'm looking at it. As someone that is really into African American hair, I have natural hair. My daughter has natural hair. And I know a lot about what natural hair and perm hair does to the Afro-American scalp. Permanent hair for little children is not a good thing. It burns the scalp, it leaves lesions, it breaks their hair off at the roots, it also thins their hair out. The smells of that lye going up their nose, that actually affects their brains. These are not good qualities when it comes to the products that are being used to straighten these little girls' hair. But this is what conformity does. They want you to sit around and conform to their way of living so you look appropriate in their world. This 7-year-old did nothing wrong, but here she is in tears because the school does not like her hair. That's the way she interprets it, which actually instills a little bit of self-hate within herself. She may be proud, and I know her father seems like a proud man, but with these type of influences running rampant even in the school systems where schools are telling students you're not good enough with natural hair, after a while children feel the need to conform just to have acceptance, and that's not the right way to go. I myself was actually fired from a job because the boss took me to the side and said a lot of people was complaining because of my hair. They viewed my hair as being rebellious, and at the time I had an afro. I was not rebellious. I had my own mind, but my afro spoke of my heritage. Yes, as I said before, I am a light-skinned African American woman, but I take so much pride in my hair. My grandma was one of the darkest women that I've ever seen, but she was so beautiful in her darkness. Her dark skin with that gray hair, it said knowledge, it said wisdom. And I love my grandma, and I love her heritage. I love my heritage. And in order for me to be closer to my heritage, I feel that I should be as natural as possible. But this is my choice. And for them to actually enforce their choices and their voices on who she is as a person, it's not right. They called her hair faddish. That means any type of Afrocentric type hairstyle could be deemed as a fad. Braids, dreads, afros. But what's wrong with that? What's wrong with having a state of being that you want to show to the world that this is how you express yourself? I'm sick and tired of seeing carbon copied people. I love to see individuality. I find that quite sexy in people. It put so much pride in my heart when I heard her father speak. He takes pride in himself, and you can see that. So why would they even question this young girl's upbringing? She has an idealistic black lifestyle. This is what a lot of black people want, is a father that's not only in the child's life, but actually nourishing the child. Any type of way they can, they try their best to tear down a black woman, even in her infancy. There's nothing wrong with black women with natural hair. It's beautiful. Be proud of what's growing out of your scalp. This says a lot about you. Your hair speaks about your generations. It tells the world who you are and where you came from and what type of people and races and individualities made you. Why would you want to be like everyone else? It makes you a sheep. The ones that made a difference were different from the beginning. And as long as you remember that and keep that in your head, you're on your way to being a leader. But if this type of thought, if this type of ideology actually goes over your head, or you don't like what I'm saying there, that means that you are comfortable being a follower. I'm a leader. My daughter, I'm raising her to be a leader. The reason I'm doing that is because there's no one out here now that you can put your faith in to even follow. So what you need to do is learn some good basis of life yourself. Learn about yourself as much as possible so you could be your own leader. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's all I have to say about this story. And Miss Tiana Parker, I don't care what they say. You're a beautiful little girl. There are beautiful women with locks. And you're going to be one too. They're starting your hair off as a young girl. By the time you're 18, they're going to be long and flowing down your back. You're going to be beautiful. And you're set in the right path already. For the rest of you all, remember, I love each and every one of you. Peace and blessings.